How are you? So remember how I said I was going to redo the top that I already did because I felt like I could do it better?
Flashback.
So what I am going to end up doing is making a much wider placket and also making a cuff from scratch. I'll probably film it and upload it later. I don't know, next week, the week after next week. I don't know. But I will be redoing this.
End of flashback.
Today's the day. Or so I thought. I'm gonna try it on first. Then I'm not where the opening should be. Yeah, that's about. That feels good. Now we take it off. Seam ripper. So I'm gonna take the cuff off. And we say bye to her. I'm actually gonna put them over here. I need to open those pleats. It is necessary. We're gonna cut there. With our handy dandy.
Our handy dandy?
Scissors. Gonna open up 2.5 inches, 2.5 inches. With the seam ripper. So now they're completely open. So I want the length of the sleeve to be 50 inches. 50 inches. So I measured the current length of the sleeve so I could know how much length I would need to add in order to reach the 50 inches I desired. The current sleeve length was 21, so 50 minus 21 is 29. So I cut out a rectangle that was 29 inches by the width of the armhole. I cut out 2 of these rectangles. Next, I cut the placket. I cut out another rectangle that was 50 by 6.5 inches, and I cut out 4 of these. And lastly, I cut out the cuffs. I cut out 2 rectangles that were the width of the armhole by 10 inches. And now to the sewing machine. I started by first sewing the sleeve placket closed. Then I added the additional sleeve length. I placed the fabrics right side to right side, and just like that, we had 50-inch long sleeves. And then we attach the plackets. From the side of the sleeve where we cut it open, I placed the placket along the edge, right sides together, and I sewed down the fabric. I'm going to fold this in and then fold it over. Okay, so I finished sewing all 4 plackets, and now we're going to close the shoulder seam. Placing the plackets towards the front, as in the reference image, I sewed the shoulders closed. I then proceeded to attach the cuffs in a similar way to the plackets. Now, we're going to sew the cuffs on. Right side to right side. Sorry, you're gonna have to move over a little bit. Just a little bit more. I'm sorry. I sewed the cuff to the sleeve right sides together on one edge, folded in all the raw edges on all sides of the fabric, then folded it in half and sewed it down. So you may notice that additional fabric has been added to either sides of the cuff. This is because I realized I had forgotten to take into consideration the plackets when I was cutting out the cuff originally, so we had to accommodate for that. So we added 3 inches on either side. Once the cuff was on, I sewed round all the edges of the cuff. Then I created the buttonholes. I marked them 4 inches apart, starting from the cuff, going all the way up. And I was done. Or so I thought. So, I finished sewing it, and I hate it. Absolutely hate it. Didn't take into consideration the thickness of this fabric. It's way too thick. It's too thick. I'm not gonna try it on. I'm not gonna show you how it looks. It's just not good. You just have to believe me. It's not good. It's quite frankly disappointing.
Wait a minute. This isn't my world. Disappointed!
So, I have sewn almost 4 feet of fabric, and I don't want to waste it. I don't want to waste it. So I'm gonna have to figure out something to make of these literally 4 foot long sleeves. Fun. This is the part of the sleeve I cut off. This is the cuff. I'm gonna attach them. I'm gonna attach it, and it'll become a normal length sleeve, or a sleeve that fits my arms. Are my arms a normal length? I don't know. Because of the thickness, when I tried to close it like this, facing the same direction, it was too bulky in the shoulder. It didn't look right. So instead, to close the sleeve, I'm just gonna overlap them. So I'm gonna sew this in like this and sew this under it so they overlap like that. So I got some buttons. So what is going to happen is I'm going to replace the buttons that are on the front of the garment. I'm going to put a transition screen, and then when I come back, I would have finished everything.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
So this is what we ended up with. She's alright. We don't hate her. It's not her fault that the fabric was too thick to create the effect we wanted. It's not her fault at all. And yes, I will be attempting this shirt again. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, check out my other social media platforms and all that good stuff to help support creators on this platform. Until next time.